It matters, because when you start something like this, you're gonna have rough times, spots, things are not gonna go right, you're gonna have to solve new problems. Far better to have people who are passionate about this.
So on these overseas visits, did Mr. Epstein accompany you to any of the meetings or the private dinners or the official engagements? And if he did, what capacity was he introduced?
He went to some of the meetings, and some of the dinners, but the big public dinner we did in South Africa, he did, for example. But some he didn't, when it wasn't appropriate. When I had to talk to somebody about whether I thought they were following a proper legal path and trying to let us sell generic drugs and how we're going to get them. There were a lot of complicated things.
Can I get a time check?
We have like a minute left.
Did he ever seek introductions to foreign dignitaries or leaders from you?
Not that I remember.
Okay, did he ever ask you to make phone calls on his behalf?
No, he never did. I remember that he didn't. I mean, I would remember.
You said he was not a friend, but with that amount of travel and proximity, why wasn't he a friend and he was just an acquaintance?
Well, no, it wasn't just an acquaintance either. I felt friendly toward him, but he was, as I said in my book, odd. There was always something a little holding back, and and I could tell, and it was pretty strange the way it happened. You know, Larry Summers, the president of Harvard, calls you out of the blue, says this guy wants to do it, you do it. And then I like to spend as much time as I can with people I know that I can count on. And I didn't have, honestly, I never saw anything that I knew was illegal, but I just felt I should move on. We did.
Did you ever have any arguments or disagreements with Mr. Epstein or Miss Maxwell in the course of your travels?
Not to my knowledge.
And is there anything that you saw that he was looking to monetize the relationship that he had with you?
No.
Okay. And
Can I check the time?
I believe 5 seconds.
And my lawyers are gonna kill me on this, but I have to say, I wanna be honest. I'm not trying to be, goody two-shoes here. I did feel closer to Ghislaine Maxwell because of Ted Wade. So I wasn't against the whole deal until I knew what they were doing.
okay.
By then, it was too late for me to do anything.
But I think your response is to was he trying to ever monetize the relation, to your knowledge? Was
To the best of my knowledge, he never did.
Thank you for the opportunity, Mr. President.
Thank you. We will go off the record.
We can go back on the record.
Mr. President, I just have a few more questions. I'll try to be as efficient as possible as we move through them. One, it is moving back in time just a little bit. In 1996, Maria Farmer, who was a confirmed Epstein victim, submitted information to the FBI that Jeffrey Epstein was sexually abusing minors. During your presidency, were you ever made aware of the information that Maria Farmer provided to the FBI in 1996?
No, and no.
Thank you. I'm going to move back ahead to the year 2003. There's just one international trip that I don't think we've specifically discussed yet. And that was in November of 2003, a trip to, I think, Russia and China on Mr. Epstein's plane.
Is that the last one I took?
Great. So I'm going to give you, I think for us, the last piece of paper for the day, which is the flight log for that trip. And we'll mark that as Minority Exhibit L. And I'll give you a moment to receive that.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
I forgot. I went to Russia and China.
you went through Russia?
Huh?
You went through Russia or coming to Norway?
Yeah.
And for your council, that's a total of 5 trips distributed between the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 9th here on this lot.
Yeah, this was another one of our AIDS trips, because Ira was on it.
Yeah, so if you could just describe what you recall about the circumstances of this trip.
Can you refresh my memory about what stops were actually taken?
Yeah, the countries in question are Russia and China. I think the final stop was Beijing. I do not, off the top of my head, recall what each of these airport codes are.
It was Brussels to Oslo to Tomagacho, Russia, to Hong Kong, Chengdu, Beijing.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, do it again.
Brussels to Oslo, to the middle of Russia, Tormachevo, to Hong Kong, to Chengdu.